Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming Channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mhigo. Starting off, the trash pools will pit you against several humanoid enemies along with several robots. The robots have very long line AoEs that you'll just want to move out of. Once you clear the first 3 groups, then the path will open up to proceed on. The next area will have the rotor units, like some of the previous dungeons, that will charge down the alleyway that you're in. And then several more units will come from behind you, so make sure to pick all of these up. The rotor units do have additional tank buster abilities, so you will be taking a lot of damage at this time, so make sure to pop a tank cooldown. For the first boss, you just want to pick him up and tank him in the middle. When he uses electromagnetic field, this will be a large party-wide damaging ability that would just need to be healed through. When he uses target search, he will put AoEs on several party members that will follow them around. These party members just need to kite the AoEs around the platform towards the outside preferably, so that the AoEs are away from the group. He will then move to the middle and do a AoE in front of him and behind him. These AoEs are persistent, so you need to make sure that you're standing towards the sides until they disappear. The second time he does target search, will target all 4 party members with the AoE, so you just want to drop them as close to the outside of the arena as possible, or as close together as possible, and then he'll move into the middle of the arena and do the frontal and backwards AoEs. He'll then rotate and do them again, so make sure that you're moving out of these AoEs, followed by a second target search, making 8 total AoEs on the platform. So make sure that you're leaving enough room that there are just open areas to avoid the other mechanics. He'll then do electromagnetic field 2 times in succession, so the healer will just need to heal through these. The second area will again be a mix of human and mech units. The Legion Avengers, which is the Gorilla Mechs, do have a large circular AoE that they will target at random party members that just needs to be moved out of. Once you move into the center of the platform, the cannons on the outside of the arena will begin to fire at you, so you'll just need to dodge these large circular AoEs while picking up the adds. There will be several of these dog units, so the damage can get out of control if you're not watching it, so it might be good to pop a tank cooldown. The Legion Rearguard will have a large line AoE that he will throw at a random party member that just needs to be moved out of. This should bring you to the second boss. When he casts Mana Burst, it will just be a large AoE that needs to be healed through. Order to Charge will send out 3 mech units that, after he finishes casting Order to Fire, will have AoEs around them that you need to move out of. So you'll want to preemptively move out of these. There will be large circular AoEs followed by donut AoEs, so you'll have to reposition after each one. Magitech Disruptor will pull everyone into the middle of the platform, where he will then do Mind Jack, where he'll summon 4 prototype Death Claws that will move towards each party member. If they catch you, then they will grab you and make it so that you cannot move. You need to make it back to your body to get rid of the tether, and so that make it so that you can move normally again. After you make it back to your body and click on it, then you'll need to focus down the Death Claws and then go back to the boss. The second time he casts Order to Charge, will send out 4 little mechs, which will have AoEs that are combined between donut AoEs and circular AoEs, so you'll need to position accordingly. The final area will have laser fields that need to be focused down to be able to move on. There will also be several ads that are outside of the area you're in that will be firing ranged attacks at the party that would just need to be healed through. The next group will have several slashers along with 1 hexadrone. The hexadrone does circular AoEs around himself. The slashers will just do tank damage, so it might be good to pop a tank cooldown here, as there is quite a few of them. After the second laser field, there will be 2 Legion Colossus. These function like most of the Iron Giant units that will have large line AoEs that just need to be avoided, along with cone AoEs that they'll turn to random party members to do. And this should bring you to the third and final boss of the area. Once you start the fight with Xenos, after a few seconds he will lock off an outside portion of the arena. Then he will move to the center of the arena and begin casting Art of the Storm. This is a AoE around himself that you should move away from him to avoid. This does cause paralysis if you're hit by it, which can be cleansed by your healer. He does have several frontal cone AoEs that are untelevised that you just want to keep him facing away from the party. When he casts Art of the Swell, this is a AoE that knocks everyone away from him, so you'll want to get as close as possible to not be knocked into the outside area and receive a damaging up debuff. He'll then summon several copies of himself and cast Vein Splitter, which is a large circular AoE around himself. Once he finishes this cast, then the copies of him will also cast this ability. He'll then move to a portion of the arena, lock onto one party member, and after several seconds will target them with an AoE that is behind them. So this person will want to move as close to the boss as possible and towards the outside of the arena to make this AoE force go off the platform instead of onto the rest of the party members. When he casts Concentrativity, oh, that's a mouthful. He will just do a large AoE to the entire party that you'll just want to heal through. Art of the Storm again will be a AoE around himself, so move away from him. When he goes into his bubble form and sends out the 3 swords, you will just need to kill them as quick as possible. There will be copies of the boss in different areas around the platform that will be doing different AoEs. You need to watch for which AoE they are performing. The one with the storm will be a lightning AoE that will be around the copy itself. The one around the swell will push everyone away from him, so you'll want to get close to him to not get knocked into the other AoEs or off the platform. And then the one around the red sword will send out 3 line AoEs that you'll just want to try to avoid. And after you kill the swords, depending on how much Aether was transferred to the boss, he will then do AoEs around the platform that will increase in damage depending on his Aether count. After this, you should be able to easily finish off the boss, and this will be it for Mhigo. Hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.